Hey everybody, Tara here, intuitive spiritual guide and coach. And so I have been inspired to come on here and talk to you guys about how I got into this. First of all, what's this? Do I have lipstick on my teeth? No. What's this? So, what I actually do as an intuitive and a spirit guide is really I love to coach people through intentional creation, which is manifestation. And some of the things that I do is obviously group coaching, one-on-one coaching, but angel card readings, oracle card readings, rune casts, really being able to speak with spirit in that capacity. Spirit, God, divine, whoever it is that you believe in. And channeling. I really love channeling. But people have asked me lately, how did you get into this? When did you know? Those are the questions that have really been coming up. So I actually really felt inspired to share a bit of my story with you because this is a story that, the essence is we are all on a journey. We are all on an awakening journey. We are all the consciousness, the planet, every person on this planet is starting to, question and go, and maybe come to a newer realization of awakening. So awakening is simply just becoming more aware of the fact that we are a spiritual being having a physical experience. And some of the ways that you may be awakening and noticing that are through things like numbers, 111, 333. So seeing repetitive numbers or noticing coincidences. I say coincidences in sort of quotations because they are coordinated incidences. So, maybe you notice that you think of a song. It comes on the radio. You might have heard me say last week that my pump up song is Giant. I love that song by Calvin Harris and Ragbone right now. And it is, hi Emerson, it is on the radio 3 times. Those are part of the awakening. It's part of understanding that you are a spiritual being having this physical experience. So I wanted to actually talk to you guys about how this started for me because yes, I do angel card readings and all of these things, and people say to me all the time, well, when did you know? How did you get into it? And the fact of the matter is that we all have the same abilities. It's, so when someone comes on and says, I'm a 3rd generation psychic, I'm like, okay, that's fantastic because you're passionate about that. That allows you to manifest those abilities faster in my mind. However, every single one of us has the same abilities to tune into ourselves and into the universal and infinite source of abundance that is available to all. It's your choice to tune into it or not. So let me tell you a little bit about how I got into this to begin with. Get into it. It really wasn't getting into it. Essentially, hey Coach Zone. Essentially, I just went through a shitstorm a couple of years ago, and it really left me questioning that there had to be more. I was kind of like, this can't be it. This really can't be it. And I would say it really started when I was in Nigeria in 2013. And hey, this little boy came up to me. I was with some Nigerians. They were in the water, in the beach. We were at the beach. This little boy came up to me and I couldn't understand him and I couldn't understand him. And finally I was like, what do you want? And he just said, I'm thirsty. And my heart broke. It literally just broke because I couldn't imagine that. I can't imagine anyone being thirsty. I live in a country where you don't go thirsty. So that was sort of the first moment where I said, there has to be more. There has to be a better way to help all. I gave that kid every drink we had and then some. But what also became very prevalent for me was the reaction to those around. And to those people that are in that situation day in and day out that, are not reacting in the same capacity that I am. So that was sort of my first massive shitstorm on my way to awakening or awareness. Secondarily, my aunt died. And we were very, very close. And she died very unexpectedly. she, like, if I were to say it, she was not supposed to die. That's her journey, and I'm so happy for her on the other side. But she died in a pivotal, this is the pivotal moment that changed it all for me, because she passed away young, when she wasn't supposed to, in my mind, in most people's minds in our family. And she was 66 and I was 33. And at her funeral, her entire community came. And each and every person told me how she touched her lives. She made this impact for them. You know, this person couldn't buy a snowsuit for their kid, and she went to the, thrift store and she bought the snowsuit, and she did this and she did that. And my entire life, 33 years, I was like, wow. I am working this corporate job, climbing the corporate ladder because I think I should. I went and got a university degree because I wanted to, but also because I thought I should. I had bought a place because that's the thing you do. You just, you go from high school, you go to university, you get a degree, you go get a job, you get another job, you buy a car, you buy a house to live in, you look for a partner. I'm with this guy at this time. I'm just living in this zone of, whoa, on to the next thing, on to the next thing. And I realized in that moment that it was what I thought was bringing me happiness. But in fact, over the coming months after that, it wasn't. Because that pivotal moment of understanding that she passed and I had basically lived half of my life, 33, and she passed at 66, changed my entire way of thinking. I started to think, if this was it, like if I've already lived half my lifetime, what legacy am I leaving? What would I do differently? What would people say at my funeral? Believe it or not, that's what I thought of. What would people say at my funeral? And it really, the grief left me raw, left me questioning everything, left me looking for answers. And really, at that time, looking back, I realized left me exposed in the best possible way. Because it was through that exposed rawness and that questioning of, what am I doing here? Like, this rat race, this, going down this road and then realizing I'm kind of getting headed off. And so I'm changing who I am. I mean, at that point, I realized, looking back again, that I was really lost, but raw and exposed. And it was in the search for the answers that I started to find my own, or started to experience my own awakening. I started to understand that she's around, that my grandparents are around, that spiritual beings are around, that I'm being spoken to by angels, that all of that is coming. So it's so complicated oftentimes to explain to people how this started for me, or how did I get into spiritual guidance and coaching and mindfulness. It's not something I got into. It's something that the journey led me to. And what I want everyone to know is that everyone has the same ability to go down that path and access in simple steps like clearing your mind, meditating. I know whenever I say meditation to people around me, clients, coaching, they cringe. However, that is the key. It is the key. So that is just kind of the first part of my story. That's really how I got into this place of expansion and awareness. And I wanted to share with you guys how I got into this because I've been very fortunate that I have gone to courses and classes with an incredible teacher who has always taken it, always approached it, every single class that I've taken with her, mediumship, channeling, angel card reading, meditation, period, with we all have the same abilities, and we do. Your passions may lead you to really focus on one particular area because it's fueling you through your own passion, through your own fun, through your own fulfillment. Your passions may lead you down one road, but we all do have that same ability to connect in, and experiencing it in a classroom setting where other people are, getting messages from spirit, for example, or the divine, whatever you may resonate with, really allows others to understand, okay, we all have that. We just need to focus our intention on it. So it's not really that I got into it. I think it was more that I had experienced such a pivotal moment in life that left me questioning. And it was through the questioning and through the beginner's mind that I approached the situation with that I realized that I got into this. So that is my awakening story. And I hope that helps some of you, because I know that there's a lot of people out there right now that are experiencing similar things. They are awakening, they are journeying, they are becoming more aware of coincidences and messages and thoughts that, are divinely guided, and they're not really sure what to do with. I have people coming up to me all the time and asking me, what do I do next? How do I find, more information on X, Y, and Z? So I'm here. If you have any questions, DM me, get in my inbox, go check out the link in my bio. I have lots of resources there, but I want to share this with you guys. So stay tuned. I'll be back on tomorrow, and tomorrow I'm not sure what I'm going to share yet, but I will share another part of my journey with you guys. I probably will share my first experience with the angelic realm because it's kind of cool, and how it came out was kind of cool. I'll share that with you guys tomorrow. So thank you so much. I hope that inspires you. It inspires you on your own journey, and I wish you guys the very best today. Bye. Goodbye.